Hello everybody, I imagine this will be quite a quick one, but I have something to complain about, yay! Although I'm not massively annoyed about it, but it's something that I've noticed and it does annoy me a bit, so I'm going to mention it. First off, I want to talk about what is the definition of RPGs. I know I talk about RPGs a lot, but hey, I really like RPGs, so it's what I know more about and it's what I think about a lot. But what makes a game an RPG? And of course, there's loads of heated debates about what makes a game an RPG, and I don't want to go into that right now, but basically, what makes a game an RPG is leveling up, experience points, progression of the character, of that sort of way. I mean, it's not exactly this, but I'm giving you the rough idea of what makes a game an RPG. Because you could have games that aren't RPGs that still have level up and characters that level up and all that sort of stuff, but they work differently and it's not so easy to explain right now, and I'm not talking about that right now, but I will basically say that what makes a game an RPG is its leveling system. Whether it be gaining stats or gaining abilities or whatever, the ability for the player to do things that will make the game easier for them through grinding, or even on a small scale, just a bit of grinding or more grinding than that maybe, then that is at its core what makes a game an RPG. What doesn't make a game an RPG is the fact that you're in an open world. That doesn't matter. You creating the name of the character, that doesn't matter. It doesn't make a game an RPG. There being a storyline and being NPCs, that doesn't matter. Yet there are many people that have this idea that an RPG is about the story and about the NPCs and okay, I know it's a bit of a misnomer. People say it's about role playing. And then you have someone jumping saying, well, you role play in every game. In Sonic the Hedgehog, you role play as Sonic. Yeah, but I don't pretend to be Sonic. Well, I don't pretend to be this character when I play this RPG. Well, that's not an RPG then. There's a big argument there. But ultimately, and in its basic form, the basic way that I can explain this is that an RPG is about its leveling system. And that is it. How the leveling system works and how the leveling system is used, like I said, I'm not going into all the details now, but how the leveling system is used is what makes the game an RPG. Now, I've also noticed that despite the fact that there are multiple people that have all these arguments about what actually makes an RPG, it's the storyline, it's the NPCs, it's the being able to customise my equipment and explore a big world. As much as there are people that do that, there are also those people, and I get the feeling that they might be the same people, but the sheer quantity of both these things kind of suggests that there is a bit of overlap at least. When games are not considered RPGs, but they are labelled as having RPG elements. Now, like I said before, what makes a game an RPG is its levelling system, and depending on how the levelling system works, may or may not make it an RPG, and the game might not obviously have a levelling system, but still have a levelling system enough to make it an RPG. Or at least make it more RPG than not, or more RPG than another game that doesn't have it as much, and so on. But when people say that a game has RPG elements, they say this game isn't an RPG, but it has RPG elements. Every time that someone says that a game has RPG elements, in quotes, this game has RPG elements, every single time someone says that, they are referring to the levelling system. Now, this is what I just do not get. If these people are convinced that what makes a game an RPG isn't just the levelling system, then why is it that in every case, a game that they call a game with RPG elements always has the levelling part of an RPG? Why don't they say, this game has RPG elements because it has a story? This game has RPG elements because it has an open world. I mean, if they think that an RPG, or what makes a game an RPG, is not only its leveling system, but its You know, it's quests, it's NPCs, customization. Doesn't have to necessarily have to be customization in an RPG. It's customization, all these other things. Then when they say this game has RPG elements, why do they always take the one thing that actually defines RPGs? And they never say this game has RPG elements because of this. Oh, Heavy Rain's. I mean, I'm sure some people out there say Heavy Rain's an RPG. Heavy Rain isn't an RPG, but it has RPG elements. You wouldn't hear it because, well, first of all, it's not true. It doesn't have a leveling system of any sort, but it has a story. And if people seriously believe that having a story is an RPG element, then why isn't it described as a game with RPG elements? Why isn't Sonic Adventure described as a game with RPG elements because it has a story? If these people truly believe that a story is part of the defining factor of what makes an RPG, and therefore it is an RPG element, I just don't get it. I mean, when they say a game has RPG elements, they mean a leveling system, well done, but why would you get that right? And say that a game has RPG elements and get that particular thing right, but then get the definition of what makes an RPG completely wrong? I just don't get it. Do you get it? I hope you do, but I kind of have a feeling that you don't. And I'm not saying that you're stupid or anything, because I don't have a clue. Anyway, thanks for listening. This truly was a rant, and I will see you all next time.